one gets the memo. All right, there we are.
Hey, we're back.
Hey, everybody. We are back indeed.
As you can see, people having fun 3-modding to their heart's content. We've got Predominator on Flashlight Double Time Easy, Elden L on that Double Time Hidden Easy, and Lion was on that Double Time Hard Rock Hidden, no fail, but don't know what happened to him.
I mean, it was too much of a load of awesome for the Trinity client, probably, so he crashed.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with that one.
Well, alright, folks. And it's time for rolls and bans. Get your roll predictions in the chat.
Is that something new, the roll predictions? I haven't really seen that too often.
One guy almost guessed both rolls right the other day. He was really close.
Alrighty, I'm gonna go with 18 and 51.
I'm gonna go 16 and 72. If we could get the chat.
Yeah,
we
we'll
get the
get it.
chat.
We'll get it.
Any second now. Boom. There's a 37.
37.
37 from Chile. And a 20. So Chile is going to take the win on the roll.
Did we have anybody who guessed it correctly? I do not think so.
DJ Client, ladies and gentlemen.
Remix.
So Chile will elect to pick second.
What was Line QTX score? Above 50 billion because he used 4 mods and he was doing really well.
Interesting. Chile electing to pick second here, giving Brazil the first pick, but they're going to get the first ban. Toki no Heya to Seishin Sekai is the first ban of the match. This one coming from Chile. So interesting, Chile electing to go second, they really must have wanted to ban this map.
We actually also use that tactic so far every single time, where we decided on banning second and then picking second as well.
And so Chile will get rid of a no mod. I gotta say, I'm loving the hard rock pool this week. The songs are all absolute bangers. I want them to pick colors. So bad.
Colors is a pretty difficult map though, but that is something that Chile could do very well on, I would assume. It would definitely be something that Brazil would want to ban.
Don't you do it. Don't you do it.
Hey, let the players decide for themselves.
Don't you do it.
It's a match.
Don't do it. Panic, don't do it. Please.
I mean, I would definitely say that Chile is going to be way stronger than Brazil in hard rock especially, and I think that double time is also something they can definitely go and opt for. Nomad though, and hidden, that's going to be decided just by sheer practice, luck, and just everything there.
Yeah, I really think that's where we're going to see Brazil try to win their points on here. We're probably going to see them picking mostly from Nomad and hidden. I would be really shocked to see them go to double time or hard rock against Chile.
We actually saw that happen with Hong Kong versus China, something really unexpected. They really threw in a curveball with Hong Kong actually went and picked double time and then went to the hard rock bracket. Which is something they did against, I repeat, China.
China.
What are you doing?
Bold.
And they won 3 points. They actually won a double time. I'm pretty sure they got a hard rock.
Brazil had banned Tokyo Serenade from Nomad pool. So that's Nomad 1 and Nomad 4 getting banned.
That's the first time we've actually seen that one being banned. I'm pretty
Colors
sure
not banned. Let's go.
Tokyo is actually a very interesting map, though. I'm kind of wondering why Brazil would ban that. But then again, Chilean players are a bit older, and I would say that this map feels a little bit old, maybe, just because of the fact that the CS is very low and the AR is also pretty low. In a sense, it kind of has a old vibe to it. And a lot of new players actually tend to be able to play this kind of maps really well. So in that sense, maybe that's why. But then again, I would definitely see Brazil rather wanting to ban something like hard rock at double time, just because it's hard rock and double time. So I'm not really sure if that's a very good choice, but I mean, it's their decision. It's gotta be good, right?
Yeah, I would be very shocked to see them open the match though with a hard rock or a double time pick I would probably guess that they would go towards Hidden or No Mod maybe, but I mean, so far the bans have kind of defied our expectations.
And it's
Tenyo
gonna be Tenyo.
is going to be the pick from Brazil, so finally we're going to be getting this match underway.
It's gonna be a safe pick indeed, a Minato Yukina map from the get-go. It's definitely one of the maps that really makes for the least chokes in matches, I would say. Along with, what is it? Toke no Haya. Kind of similar. Both, yeah. Both pretty, pretty mainstream maps, I would say, in a sense that a lot of people are really used to playing already, so practice isn't really required too much for these kind of maps. And then again, it's Brazil that's going up against Chile, and Brazil is going to be the weaker team here, so going with no mod or perhaps Hidden is definitely the way they want to go and tackle this match. So that's why I was a little bit surprised that they did ban a no mod from the get-go. But I guess they just really didn't feel that map at all. With people like Eldenel, the other team, I kind of see why you do it. But then again, you know, Hard Rock and Double Time against Chile, ooh, that's going to be scary.
Yeah, definitely not going to be the most fun of times, but Brazil going to get started on some no mod here on Tenyo. Looks like we're finally ready to get this match underway.
Vamos Fire Truck.
Okay.
You too, Nacho, you too.
Yeah, you. Oh my goodness. There we go. GL's in the chat, waiting for the start command from the referee. And there it is.
In 10, people. So good luck to both teams once again, and let's see how they will perform today. Ex-Nana Hanakan Taishi for Brazil, and over on the Chilean side, we have Eldenel, Line QTXZ, and Nacho L. Starting off with the first map of the match.
And here we go. Client loading in. It's a very quick start.
Yeah, this map is very fast and just has rapid pace all throughout. That's why it's a little bit short compared to the other no mod maps. But there's plenty of spots you can miss on.
And misses are going to be punished on a shorter map like this, 143 in length.
Exactly.
But so far, everybody navigating the first 100 combo or so pretty easily. SSs remain intact for everyone. Except for Line QTXZ, but he has not dropped combo. So very close right now. Just an accolade for Brazil in the slightest. It's actually tied right now. We're coming to the halfway
this could
point.
be a spinner battle. We haven't seen that so far, even with like stronger teams.
Yeah.
This is where the hard part actually starts. Well, hard. It's a little bit harder than the beginning. And Line QTXZ is coming in
drop.
with the first miss, indeed.
And Brazil starting strong here. Ex-Nando will trade. Oh, but he missed several notes, and I think he might have failed. Chile gonna come roaring back in. He misses again.
And coming in with more misses, as well as Hanik and Taisi, but everybody missing except for
Nacho
Nacho
L.
L.
Nacho L is gonna be the savior of the map. He's held the combo.
And the difference in score isn't really that humongous. It's growing now, but it was about 60,000 points before everybody dropped, so it's pretty close nonetheless. But here Chile has Nacho L carrying them towards victory. Line QTXZ's last miss there doesn't really matter at all, and they're going to be taking a first point here, a break point for Brazil.
Nacho L coming in clutch for Chile, taking that opening break point. It's 1-0. Very close. Brazil were in it pretty much the entire way. Just Nacho able to hold when everybody else found a miss. Able to give Chile the win on the opening point. Now they have the pick.
A pretty rough start, though, for both teams, I would have to say. Only one FC on both teams is a fairly uncommon thing to see compared to other matches we've seen so far. But at least Chile was able to take it in the end. But that's really unfortunate for Brazil. This is definitely one match they could have won, this one map. But yeah, unfortunate misses all throughout.
And now they're gonna pick True Eyes Hidden. Not we thought Chile would pick. I mean, we know Chile are a great hidden team, but Brazil have some skill in the hidden mod bracket.
Then again, though, this is definitely a map that people like Elden Nell and Line QTZ are gonna like because it's a pretty old map. It's AR7, which not a lot of people tend to really consider playing a lot in recent days. Hidden plays these days are more of the AR8 to AR9 subsection, but AR7 combats isn't really that common. So it's gonna be a little interesting to see how people like Havoc, a really good hidden player for one, and Taishi as well, are gonna perform in this one actually.
Yeah, really interesting. AR7 hidden. Not a lot of players like this map, but Chile, one of the few teams that welcome it. So Nacho L comes up big in round 1. Was really kind of shocked to see that sudden implosion by everybody except Nacho. I mean, as you said, 1 FC on the opening round on that map is really unusual for teams of this caliber.
I mean, maybe the other teams were just performing really well on that map. Maybe I'm just incorrect here. I mean, I'm not trying to call out these teams for being bad by any means, but it was kind of surprising to see it and compare it to some of the other matches from today. I wonder if this map is going to go any different, or whether there's going to be a lot of misses across the board once more. Again, people like Eldenel and Line Cutie should be really good in this kind of map. I mean, the entirety of Chile actually has a very good setup for these kind of hidden picks, those AR7 and just really unusual picks, because they have players coming from 2011, 2012, which is just really long ago. A time where Hanik and Taishi, for example, didn't quite play yet. So it's going to be interesting to see. Here we go.
Well, let's see how they handle AR7. Painfully slow there.
It is very excruciatingly slow, isn't it? Spin advantage there for Chile. Quite a major one at that, which does showcase better reading from the players over there.
Yeah, that's a pretty substantial lead off a spinner, about 3K. But in the end, it's probably going to be about who holds combo more in this one. I don't expect to see 6 FCs on this map. And Taishi will be the first to drop on the Brazilian side.
He's going to drop 2 notes even, so that's going to be even worse. There's 3rd note incoming as well.
Yeah, not looking good for Taishi at the start of this. But Lechuguin will trade a miss. So Chile will still have the lead, but Brazil had the combo advantage, but Taishi is still struggling.
On the other hand, we have Hanik and Eldenel both missing right now as well. 2 big combos gone. So we only have Line and Predominator actually both assessing the map. Predominator even doing a little bit of wonky catching movement just to have a little extra fun, which is really scary to see.
Yeah. If Line QTXZ is to find a miss here, though, Brazil has a chance to open up a little bit of a lead, but Taishi is going to drop, and that's going to really hold Brazil back here just a little bit further.
Yeah, Taishi's consistent misses. As you can see, he's misreading. He's just reading these notes a little too fast. And it's leading him to miss every so often, like every 30 combo-ish.
Oh, but Hanik will miss right before those jumps. And credit to everyone else for hitting that. But now Lechuguin is up to 200. Eldenau drops, but that's okay because his teammates both have 200 combos. There's only one on the Brazilian side.
The Predominator is actually doing really great here. So
yeah, he's actually really putting pressure on Line QTXE and Lechuguin. They now know that Brazil does have a player who is SSing, FCing right now, playing very well. So Brazil not completely out of this, but they're going to need to see something soon if they're going to come back into this match. And now look at these combos. Brazil finally up to double 200s, and Hanik is almost there as well.
Hanik making a little bit of a scary decision to not wiggle those over there. That's very tight, but he did get him. But the score difference is already about 150,000 points, so a lot of major things are going to have to happen for Chile
to
lose it. Line is actually dropping over there.
Brazil's got to hold out here, and they're going to need more misses probably. But Taishi will trade it, and that's not good for Brazil. But Lechuguin drops.
It's 2 big combos versus 1 big combo
and
over here.
Just got up to 200. Line QT and
Taishi's struggling with these jumps. Line also misses though. But there's not enough votes left, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, Taishi may have failed. Taishi has failed.
Yeah, not just that, but there weren't really any notes left to be caught. As you can see, at the end, the people over at the Chilean side still had a double-digit combo. That's just because there's not a lot of notes in this map in general. A FC from Predominator, though. Wow, he's dominating this one. And
nice pun.
Sadly, yeah, puns coming from me, that's pretty uncommon, isn't it? And Brazil is going to have to concede this point as well, but that was fairly close. And Hanik and Predominator were actually very strong here, stronger than some of the Chilean players even. Only Taishi seemed to be a bit of a bottleneck here for the team's result.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
Brazil actually was putting on a lot of late pressure there. With the Predominator FC players getting their combos up, they were actually running it back for a little bit. So that has to kind of send some sort of a message to Chile. They didn't take it that convincingly, or as convincingly as we might have thought they would have.
Yeah, this hidden map is a one-of-a-kind type of map, though, in this map pool, so they're not gonna have to bother with these sorts of maps anymore. So in that sense, it doesn't really matter that Brazil almost was able to take that one, as they're not gonna be playing in this kind of ballpark anymore. But from here onward, Brazil is only gonna get it it's only gonna have a harder time just because of the fact that this unique type of map is now also lost. And from here onward, they're gonna have to look at no mod once again, probably stay safe. And yeah, they are indeed gonna go for a no mod 6 here, Sanshi Suime.
Yep. So Brazil gonna try to get their first point on the board in no mod here. Let's remind everyone again that if Chile do take this next point, Brazil will get an additional ban. As per the rule, once one team reaches 3 points, the opposing team gets an additional ban.
Wow, that's pretty crazy.
So we'll see if Brazil can pull their way back into this one. Because even if Brazil can at least just take this point, even if they drop the next one to Chile, go down 3-1, they'll have the ban and then the immediate pick after, which may really help them out. So 1 point can actually do a lot of work here for the Brazilians.
Yeah, that is correct. Especially since this is a fairly unique map once again. Sanshi Suime is a 8.3 and it's a convert. Has some, well, what I've heard from other people in my team, as I didn't really experience it that way, has some weird spacings in their opinion. Especially the start seems to be one of the harder parts of the entire map. And all in all, I wouldn't say that the Brazil team actually has a... this is really a weakness for the Brazilian team. I wouldn't say that the Chileans are going to play this way better than them. I'm going to guess that the result might be fairly close in this one. It's not something that either team really tends to play a lot with. Especially not looking at the team members that are actually being selected for this one. So then again, I think that they might have a bit of a chance of taking this one, which could end up favoring them a lot when it comes down to Chile's third point if they were to win that one. Which I'm going to guess they will, but...
But here we go. Round 3, Brazil's no mod pick, Sanshi Suime. And like UTXE struggling at the beginning there, as you said, the start of this, Nachoel is down, Taishi as well, Hanik. It's Predominator against Eldenel in the full combo race here. Already down to only 2 FCs.
Yeah, Predominator is really putting out work here. Eldenel is also doing very good, but this is a map that he should be pretty comfortable on, knowing him. Has some very crazy combat plays and hidden on maps that are similar to this, I would say.
Yeah, Chile has the accuracy advantage as well as a slight combo advantage, but Brazil are going to be able to close that up pretty quickly. Their combos aren't too far behind. Chile just had the earlier misses, which is going to translate to a slight lead on the scoreboard for them. But everyone above the 200 combo mark now, and the race is on. 4 minutes in length, though. Plenty of time for Brazil to catch up.
The score difference is like lower than 20,000, I think. So anything can still happen. Everybody now overtune a combo again.
And also, I think much of this lead is due to Hanik's accuracy. He was at like high 98 for a little bit. Well, Predominator and Taishi going to find a double miss for Brazil, and Chile now going to open that score gap quite wide now. And all Hanik can do is wait and pray for a Chilean misses. Taishi drops yet again.
Yeah, these consecutive misses from Taishi is really going to hurt his score in the long run. Missing twice in a period of 100 notes is definitely not something you would like to see. Not even coming close to tuna combo. Now he's building up towards it though.
Definitely, and there still is time for Brazil here, despite this large lead. I mean, it's a long map. We still have 2 minutes left to play, roughly, on this map. So Brazil have to mount that comeback though pretty soon here. They're all above that 200 combo mark, so the bleeding is stopped for now. These Chilean players have not missed since the start. Nobody getting caught out there. Into the final third of the map. Oh, Predominator and Taishi are gonna drop, and that might be the nail in the coffin right there.
Yeah, right in the end, Hanik now has the highest score on the Brazil side, and even then, it's still lower than every single score on the Chilean side, so it's not looking very good for Brazil at all. As we're nearing the last one-third of the map, Eldenel and Hanik both missing there though, but that's just gonna be a trade-off. Nacho and Taishi also both missing. Once again, it's all just gonna level out in the end. Line QT and Predominator here, the only ones with a 200+ combo. It's not looking good for Brazil. Those two misses from Nacho and Eldenel could have really helped if Taishi and Hanik were to not miss.
Yeah, if Brazil had 3 200 combos when that happened, there definitely would have been an opening for them.
Eldenel is gonna miss again, but still, the score difference is only very, very slowly creeping towards Brazil. And I suspect there's not to be enough time, but with Line's miss, it's starting to get a little faster.
Hanik will trade it, but Eldenel will trade that one. Brazil with a 200 combo advantage, but I don't think there's quite enough time here. Even though they are slowly closing the gap, they're not able to fully capitalize off these chances that Chile are giving them. A good effort, but it's going to be 3-0 Chile. And that means Brazil will get an additional ban. And Chile will have the next pick. So now an important ban here from Brazil. They've really got to ban something that they know they're not confident in. This is not a good start to the match.
It hasn't even really been that long, and they are already down 3 points, which is definitely demotivating, especially considering that some of these points are very winnable by the Brazil team. It's not like we're seeing triple FCs every single time on the Chilean side either. So just being a little bit more consistent would have worked out on like 2 of these scenarios already. It's kind of unfortunate to see for Brazil.
Yeah,
hopefully
absolutely.
They can pick up the game a little bit here.
Yeah, as you said, this is not unwinnable for Brazil. It's just a matter that they have not been consistent enough when they needed to be. On these chances, these vital misses that Chile are giving them, Brazil just weren't able to capitalize or fully capitalize on. And Chile were able to capitalize off of their misses, which is going to give Chile the point.
Now, there's a lot of trade-offs in this match so far. Whenever a Chilean player misses, a lot of the time another Brazilian player will miss in the whereabouts of about 50 notes from that miss. So it's not, again, it's not unwinnable. There's not been that many trade-offs so far today, and just misses that level each other out. Whenever a team today missed, a lot of the time it simply meant they were gonna lose because there's like 3 FCs on the other team. We had that with South Korea and we had that with China, but Chile is showing a few cracks here. and Brazil sadly cannot get a hold of it for some reason.
Look at this ban from Brazil. They banned Pizza Plaza from Hidden, and instantly Chile are going to go to the final Hidden map, Donor Song. So this will be the last Hidden played. I think that was actually a pretty smart ban there from Brazil.
Yeah. It was a smart ban because I would say that Chile, after having won that first Hidden map, the AR7 one, was probably gonna go ahead and just stay into the Hidden pool and completely exhaust that before the match was ended. And they are gonna safeguard themselves from at least one more Hidden pick here. But then again, Chile is just probably going to opt for double time on Hard Rock after this one. And from there onward, it's still going to be very difficult for Brazil to try and beat Chile at their own A game, pretty much. But then again, I kind of hope that Brazil will be able to get at least one breakpoint from the Hidden picks, though, because it definitely isn't their weakest mod. It's definitely not as weak as Hard Rock or double time if viewed from a third person, like I'm trying to do right now. It's looking like they should be able to play Hidden better than double time and Hard Rock, especially people like Predominator, like we just saw with the FC on the AR7 map. Pretty crazy, right? We don't see that too often on that map.
That's actually an insane FC. Not too many players can actually FC that in a tournament setting. Good song though. And here we go. So Brazil with their second ban Pizza Plaza from Hidden, and Chile will pick the final Hidden map, Donor Song, for round 4. Yeah, Brazil desperately need a point, and they need it fast. But here we go. Hanik, Predominator, and Taishi. Same lineups here. Lechuguin is in, along with Eldenel and Nachoel, who came up big in the first round.
This might be a little bit more exciting than in the AR7 map, because I do believe that Taishi is gonna be a lot better on this one at least.
Yeah, definitely not good. Oh, Predominator with an early miss though at the 100 combo mark, so Chile will enjoy a slight lead. But yeah, Taishi definitely is not going to struggle as much on this one as the AR7. At least I hope.
Knowing him, he shouldn't. I'm pretty sure. He had about 720,000 points in the other map, so we can compare after this one is finished. But so far, it's looking better already for Taishi. No consistent misses throughout the first two in a combo, and getting every note and every droplet even. Only Predominator with an early miss here, but that was probably just to adjust a little bit.
Yeah, from the AR7. Oh, Taishi does find a miss. So that means Hanik is the only FC for Brazil. All of Chile still on the FC.
Yeah, looking at Taishi, he's pretty okay. Yeah, maybe he's getting nervous at this point, because it seems like he's undershooting some and overshooting some as well. Like with the hype you just saw, he was undershooting that one. And for some other notes like these wiggles, he's just a little too far out of a comfortable zone, I would say, to catch the next note. So let's hope he's not going to be that nervous. Let's hope he's going to pick his game up from here onward, bolster up a little bit, as Chile is not showing any cracks in this one.
No, Chile are not showing any signs of weakness at all here. But Nachoel, as we say that, will find a miss. And now look, we have Brazil able to capitalize on a miss, but Taishi is going to trade it. That's unfortunate, as we get a little bit of client lag here. The story of this match, Brazil just not able to capitalize off these Chilean misses.
Yeah, I think it mainly comes down to Taishi being nervous in this match. Like, I can't really come up with any other reason, because he's a really good player otherwise. Eldenel and Lechu are just going to carry this one towards their team once again, probably from this point onward. Hanik is trying his
big drop
best.
From Taishi there. I think it's definitely his nerves, just seeing the pattern and the way he's moving his platter. It's definitely, he's getting a little impatient at times, jumping the gun, and then sometimes he's a little late, sometimes he's a little early. Could be a sign of nerves. It's really unfortunate to see that, because he really is a good player. But those misses from Taishi are going to bolster the Chilean lead even further.
Yeah, I mean, Taishi had a very good combo at the start, and there was nothing wrong over there just yet, but now he's constantly missing because he really can't get his mind set on playing properly anymore just because of the nerves. And with Hanik's miss added up on top of that, there's no way Brazil is going to be able to take this point anymore.
Oh, big drop from Nacho there, though.
Yeah, but there's only 5% of the map left, and look at that score difference. It's over 250,000 points.
Yeah.
And the final spinner is already coming in.
Nacho's health dropped dangerously low there for a second, but he was able to recover it. So Chile are going to go up 4-0. The SS from Eldenel.
And a very solid FC from Lecce as well. Predominator also doing really well, picking up the game right after that first miss at the start of the map, which was about at 99 combo, I'm pretty sure.
And the sad thing is, you
well
look
done.
at this and go, if Taishi's nerves are in control and he's playing more comfortably, Brazil might actually take that point.
Yeah, Hanik only had a free miss, and with Predominator also having 980,000 points, Taishi would also be allowed to have like 1 or 2 misses probably, and still have a very competitive score when you compare it to what Chile just performed.
DJ Client coming back as always. My favorite song. Party.
Party in the USA.
This is quite the long one.
It's build up.
Build up. Wait for the drop. Oh, what a drop.
Oh, yeah, you felt that one, right?
Yeah, I felt that. That was a hard drop right there.
The entire club is going crazy. Alrighty, so Brazil is going to pick next, and there's 2 more points to be had for Chile for them to take this match 6-0. And this is going to be a scary one, because if they lose this one, it's Chile to pick once again. And really, I'm still looking at the Hard Rock and the Double Time pool and just waiting for them to pick something in those 2 pools, because there's so much potential there in Chile's team once again. There's so many good Double Time and Hard Rock players, whereas Brazil doesn't really deliver on that front. But Brazil is going to pick Hard Rock. All right.
Brazil says, we'll do it ourselves.
Challenge accepted. Okay.
I like it. I like it. It's bold. I mean, you know Chile are going to be good on Hard Rock, but you've got to change up something about the match. It's not going your way. Change players, change mod. Let's get a new vibe in there. That's exactly what the Brazilians need to do right now. I think they've finally caught on.
Yeah. What they tried to do probably is try to throw Chile off their game, because they just went from an Air 8 hidden pick to, well, Air 10, because that's Hard Rock. And they're going to swap out Predominator here for Overdose, but Chile's going to do the same. They're also going to be swapping out Nacho for somebody else, probably. So you're going to have Eldenel, Line, Hanik, and Taishi still being kind of accustomed to playing hidden just now, but now having to suddenly switch to Hard Rock. So that's going to be very tough for them. Maybe a little less tough for Taishi, just because of the sheer fact that he didn't really play that other map that well. He wasn't really too focused on the map anymore, I would say. So he's going to be able to switch just a little bit easier compared to the other players. But then again, Hard Rock on Brazil's end, it's a pretty scary gamble, I would still say. Arizio jumping in the lobby here. Let's see them do it. I'm really wondering how this is going to go.
I think at this point, you know, it's Brazil's potential last pick. If they don't win this and Chile win their next pick, then the match is over. So they kind of know it's now or never. So it's the perfect time to take a gamble and to roll the dice. And if Brazil come out on the winning end, then they've got themselves another pick, even if Chile win their own pick. But here we go. So it's going to be Eldenel, Lion QTXZ, and Aricio for Chile. For Brazil, it'll be Overdose, Hanik, and Taishi.
Yeah, let's see them do it. I really do wonder how everybody's going to perform right now.
Yeah. Hanik, Overdose, and Line with the hidden. Yeah, there could be some trip-ups here and there, absolutely. But Hanik, Overdose, and Line QTXZ will also throw on hidden. No score buff, just for reading purposes.
And still, I'm not too fond of that rule. Pepe hands.
Pepe hands. Most hidden players aren't fond of it.
No, they aren't.
But here we go. Overdose did find a few droplet misses, but it is his first map of the match, so he's probably still getting fully warmed up here. Maintaining the combo, though, always important. Line QTXZ's accuracy is down as well.
Panic is a little bit... Yeah, he's kind of undershooting. I mean, yeah, he's undershooting some of the notes. He kind of leaves very early for some of the hyper dashes I'm starting to notice. If you compare it to Overdose's movement, you can see that Overdose is just a tad later every single time. And so far,
and again, Overdose with a double miss, and now it's only Taishi, who has picked up his consistency quite a bit from the previous rounds, is now the only FC to 3 Chile FCs.
Yeah, Line QTXZ also has a few droplet misses, but so far he's not dropped any notes which can break his combo, so really it doesn't matter at all. Score difference is already at 150,000 points. It's not really that long of a map at all.
Yeah, but Brazil are still in it. They now have 3 200 combos and can fully capitalize off a Chilean miss should it come. They just have to hold and pray. But Overdose is going to be the one to miss, and that's really going to put a damper on Brazil's chances.
And he's almost dead there as well.
Eldenel
is going to miss too. To get it with Hanik.
Yeah, so a trade there. Unfortunate Brazil not able to capitalize. How about this Taishi guy?
Double S out of the blue. It's
Aricio.
Something I would have imagined, as I already said, he's not going to have to adapt as much as Hanik and Line and Eldenel, for example. Eldenel also having this so far, but Line is also doing spectacularly with the 99-71 full combo so far. And it's unfortunate that Taishi couldn't pull this kind of stuff off of the hidden pick so far, because there was potential in taking those points if Taishi were to FC those. Not in this one, as you can see. Almost 300,000 points of difference there. Only one miss on the end of Chile. And that's going to give them a 5th point, which I hope Quan is going to fix real quick.
I think a button was clicked.
I have a feeling we did that indeed.
Oops, it's not 6-0. But Taishi with an SS along with Aricio, such a big turnaround. That's got to be a big personal victory for him, even though his team didn't get the point there. He's got to be feeling a little more confident. And even though Chile just kind of did pretty well on that Hard Rock pick and took the point, do you look at that SS from Taishi and think, maybe we shouldn't pick Hard Rock, or do you still pick Hard Rock anyway?
I don't think you should. Looking at how Overdose performed, I think there's a mistake here. That's a 5th
mistakes
point.
Were made. Hold up. Wait a minute.
Yeah, let's It's 5-0. It's not 6-0, people. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Oh, whoa. Yeah. Okay, we're back.
So it appears we made.
Also, I got a little bit of a memo here from chat from somebody telling me that Taishi is actually a Hard Rock player. Which, my apologies. I am checking out his profile right now, and I see that recently he's definitely become more of a Hard Rock player than a hidden player. From what I remember playing against Taishi, he used to be more proficient with hidden, but that has changed, I guess. He's definitely more of a Hard Rock player now. So once again, I'm sorry. I actually did not notice that at all. But that's pretty impressive. So there you go. Taishi's actually more of a Hard Rock player. My bad. But I remember Taishi actually also being fairly competent with hidden, so I don't know where that comes from for some reason, but it's probably also the reason why he's playing those hidden picks, but it's kind of weird.
Yeah, but we've got the next pick here from Chile. And they are going for Nomad.
Yeah, thank you for that, Akula. At least now I know. From here onward, with this perhaps final points, I will consider more of a Hard Rock play. All good. It's gonna be Egoist Fallen.
Note taken.
Definitely.
Well, Brazil's backs are against the wall, facing a 6-0 sweep. Nomad, their last chance to really retaliate and put something on the board. Super Choke coming in.
That's the first as well of this match. This could be a close one though, because the previous time we played a convert here in this match, I That was one of the closer results of the entire match, I'm fairly sure, right?
Yeah,
It was like
the
less
converts
than
were.
100,000 points of difference. Yeah,
Yeah,
Sanshi Suime, that was 95,000 points of difference, which is way less than what we've seen with Hidden so far, at least. So, with Super Choke joining, I hope he's warmed up. I hope he knows what he's getting into. It's a pretty stressful situation, definitely. Let's see them do it.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, as you said, the scores on the converts were. It was definitely winnable for Brazil both times. Unfortunately, they were unable to convert. We'll see if they can do it here. Last chance, Line QTXE with 2 early misses there. Eldenel with a miss. And Nico misses. Triple miss from Chile at the start.
That's pretty major because
Whoa!
this is inside. Okay.
If it was 1 miss, it wouldn't have been that big of a deal, but this is a 90-second map.
Small misses there for Line and Elden Nico miss again.
Super Choke and Taishi miss, but it's only Hanik. If Hanik can hold on, Brazil will have a point. Line QTXE with another miss.
Chile helping out everybody who have picked 6-1 score and pick and bracket for Chile. All right.
I picked 6-2. I need a little more help.
Yeah, I just said 6-2 as well. But
Eldenel with a miss again, and now Brazil. Hanik will drop. Super Choke is down, but Taishi is there with a 200 combo. He's being negated by Nico. Eldenel and Line QTXE, though, have a combo advantage. And they're going to try to run it back, but there's not enough time.
There's barely any combo on Chile, and they're going to miss again, Eldenel. Line QTXE, that is. Now there's more combo over in Brazil again. Okay, so yeah, Chile's going to lose this one pretty harsh, actually.
Those 3
really
misses at the start killed them. It seems like it was over before it began, as long as there's no fails here, and there's not. Brazil will avoid the sweep. It's 5-1.
Wow, but very unexpected performance drop there for Eldenel, especially, I would say. Having 12 misses, not even reaching tuna combo once on a map like this is pretty weird for him to happen, as he's one of the top players in the entire world. So it's not a sweep, at least. Brazil actually took a point, so congratulations for that. And let's see if they can take some more now. Hopefully they can get on a roll for now, as they are next up to pick.
Yeah, they've got the pick now, and Taishi performed so well on Hard Rock, and you've got 2 other Hard Rock maps left. And Brazil does have a bench here. Their bench coming in. Super Choke, by the way, performed quite well for his first map of the match. We'll see if Brazil can put another one on the board. Let's get that reverse sweep hype in the chat, boys. Let's get it going. Question is, where will Brazil go here? I mean, you've got surely not double time. I feel like they are going to go Hard Rock. I think all that's left is like 1 Nomad and then DT and Hard Rock. So we're going to be waiting for the pick from Brazil.
Alright, so the next pick is actually going to be Rolling Style from the double time bracket once again.
Interesting that Brazil is going for DT here. Not what I expected. So we haven't seen these teams play double time yet.
And this is the first one.
So this should be quite interesting. It's, again, I think Brazil are going for that gamble once again.
I would say that, again, Chile is going to be strong here, but let's wait and see. What else can they do, really?
I mean, they must feel like, as a team, that their Hard Rock is just going to be weaker than Chile's, despite the fact that Taishi did come in with the SS. That's the only explanation. There's one Nomad left, I think. And if that's not to their liking and they don't want to do Hard Rock, then Double Time really is their only option. Well, here we go.
Such a great song. Sadly, it's Double Time.
And
Radio.
Haddock will throw on the hidden as well.
X-Nando actually joining the lobby here. First time he's playing a map, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, maybe he was practicing DT in the background. Hopefully for Brazil's sake he was.
So Taishi is a pretty good Hard Rock player. I do wonder how he's going to be playing Double Time. It's a little bit different than Hard Rock, obviously. But at least he has the high AR skills. And about X-Nando, I don't really know. But so far, it's looking pretty grim with a very early miss there for X-Nando already.
Yeah, early miss from X-Nando. It's going to hand that slightly to Chile at the start. We'll see how these Brazilian players hold up on the Double Time. Taishi is going to drop, but X-Nando's going to get that combo up to 200 to try to stop some of the bleeding. But Chile still have 3 FCs. Oh, X-Nando with another miss, and that's really unfortunate. Brazil. Looks like the plan is backfiring right now. And Brazil are now on the ropes here. Oh, Aricio is going to be the first miss for Chile. And all combos at 200 for Brazil right now.
Yeah, I was just kind of patiently waiting there for Chile to also miss once or twice. So far, it's only Ariziel, though. It's not a huge score difference, and so far Brazil is still climbing up, as Ariziel isn't quite at 2 in a combo yet.
Yeah, and Nico and Eldenel really holding strong here. Surprised that we've only seen 1 miss from Chile, but they can't afford any more at this point in the game. Because there still is a slim chance for Brazil, but Taishi hasn't found a miss, and that might be it for Brazil. Coming to the end here. Nico with a miss.
Coming in with a miss too.
But
he's gonna level out, but it doesn't really matter at this point, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, unless we see a fail. X-Nando with a miss. And Hanna coming in with the HD, DT, SS. He gets it, but Chile gets the win 6-1. They have a date with Finland next week in the quarterfinals. Brazil will face Sweden in the losers bracket next week.
A date even.
Yeah.
It's going to be a pretty fiery date, I'm pretty sure.
And I think if you're Finland, there's some positive notes and some negative notes for you on that match that you saw with Chile. So I'm really excited for that match next week. That's going to be a good one. Because the Finnish team is quite strong this year. But
it is probably the strongest European team. I've already mentioned that quite a few times. And seemingly Brazil won. Congratulations, Brazil. Wow. No, okay. Brazil lost 6-1. But yeah, they played quite well, I would say. Again, I would have loved to see Taishi play a little bit better and not get as nervous when hitting, but that's just a matter of practice, right, and getting into more tournaments. So I hope this was a learning experience for him as well. And other than that, he's played phenomenally on the hard rock.
Yeah, absolutely.
Overall, I think, yeah, Brazil is still deserving of a spot in the round of 16. I mean, just looking at the way they performed in group stage, it's definitely a team that deserves to be standing here on the stage.
And you want to know something great? Next week, our two unseeded teams will play against each other in the losers bracket, Brazil and Sweden. An unseeded matchup. That's going to be something. So Finland versus Chile, that is set for the quarterfinals. But that's all we have for today.
That's true. Tomorrow we will be back in about 16 hours from now with the Philippines versus Great Britain, which is another very exciting match with the strongest Great Britain we've seen in many years, and the Philippines being quite a strong team once again as well, with some really big names. We have three more matches tomorrow. Taiwan, Germany, and Mexico versus the US of A. So do tune in, and don't forget to follow the channel so you get an email notification whenever we go live, and you can also subscribe if you're feeling generous, obviously. And you would be really cool. It all goes to Osu.
Yeah, you could join the cool kids club, you know? Be a cool kid. But that's going to wrap it up for day one of the round of 16. Chile get the win 6-1 over Brazil. And Sarton, that's going to do it for us.
That's going to be it, yep.
So we thank you guys for watching.
And thank you guys for watching, obviously.
No problem.
We're both really eager to say, you know, we love you guys.
Yeah. Well, a pleasure casting with you as always. And so my beloved viewers, we will see you next time in 16 hours.
Get yourself a nice sleep, some nice food, and we'll see you then. Bye-bye. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Searching for so long. This place I'm in makes me feel numb. I just want to find some